Hello everyone. I hope you can clearly hear my voice. Sorry for a bit late. And very thank you for all of you for attending today's webinar. Okay. Firstly, I'm going to introduce myself. Okay, my name is Rasha Emma binti Abdul Aziz, and I am one of application engineer at Acad System Penang branch. Okay. So in this webinar, I am actually going to share with you on how we can do the electrical and also the plumbing system design using the Revit MEP software. So the Revit software is one of the software that you will get if you purchase our Autodesk Architecture, Engineering and Construction collection from us, or also we call it as AEC collection. So in Acad system, we actually do carry AEC collection and do carry our AEC collection, and which is the collection is include which is AutoCAD specialized 7 toolset. So we also do have Revit, Advanced Steel, AutoCAD Raster Design, Navisworks Manage, Vehicle Tracking, as well as 3D SMAX. Okay, aside from that, we do also have a cloud, which is that comes together in this collection. Okay. So moving to our cost outline. Okay, here's our cost outline. Okay, here's our cost outline. I actually already divided into two, which is electrical and also plumbing. So in electrical, we will go through on how to, basically this is generally how we want to place the electrical equipment, device, and also fixture. And from all of the equipment and fixture that we put, we will create an electrical system, or we call a circuit. Okay, so after that, we go to plumbing. And in a plumbing, we also are going to learn on how to add a plumbing fixture, how to draw piping manually and also automatically, because in Revit, we actually can design piping automatically by using called that automatic layout tools. Okay, then it will cover all three systems, which is sanitary system, domestic hot system, and also domestic cold water system. Okay, so let's go to Revit. Okay, so I already opened my Revit. Okay, first we will go through in the topic lighting of electrical first, sorry. Okay, so here actually I already opened. If I zoom out, this is actually a link architectural file. If I click, okay, you can see here. Sorry for a while. Okay, and if you can see that here actually got a lot of things that are already here, but don't worry, because we will start doing it from zero. So I will zoom into the empty room here. So when you want to start doing the electrical task, okay, so this is actually Revit MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, that I want to do my task here. So you can see at the tab here, that is at architecture tab, structure tab, steel, and also system. But today we will more focus on system tab, because here is actually all of the MEP stuff going on here. That is HVAC, fabrication, mechanical, plumbing and piping, and also electrical. So today we will go more to electrical and also plumbing and piping. So let's start. I want to put some lighting fixtures. So how we want to add, actually it's quite easy and straightforward, because we can just click at the lighting fixture here, and you can also put it here. So, but before we put, actually, there is one thing you need to know in Revit about fixture. Actually, it is already set whether you want to mount it to the wall or to the ceiling. Okay, so you can see here, actually, there is a placement that you can choose whether you want to place it in a vertical place or on a face. So right now, if you see at the properties box, I actually pick M truffle light and parabolic rectangular, which is a lighting fixture. So when lighting you want to put the fixture, I have to pick place on face, then it will appear. Okay, so I can rotate it just by using space bar. So I can just rotate it here. I will put 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like that. Okay, so let's say if we already put it here and I want to change one of them. Okay, you can see that it shows the properties at the properties box. So I want to change this one, this standard lighting. I want to change it, so I just go to the properties box and I want to change it to be an emergency recess lighting fixture. So I just click this one and it will change, but it kind of misplaced here, but don't worry, because in Revit we actually do have alignment tools. So I just pick the reference and I pick this one, so now it is okay. So this is basically how you can put a lighting fixture. It's just easy as that, but you need to know whether it is mounted to ceiling or it is mounted to the wall. So how we want to create the circuit or electrical circuit system when we already put the lighting fixture, right? So before we want to put a circuit, we actually need to add another electrical equipment, which is the panel board, right? Okay, here actually I already prepared an electrical room for us to create a panel board. Actually, they are just in the same level. If I zoom out, the electrical room is actually here, but I just want to make it easy so for us to see side by side. So I name it as an electrical room. So here, this is the existing panel board. This is panel board 2, power panel board, and lighting panel board 1. So how to create a 1, the new one? Just the same step like before. I just go to the system tab and I go to the electrical panel, and this time I pick electrical equipment. Okay, so notice that here at the placement, I will choose a place on a vertical face because this one is actually mounted to the wall instead of just previous lighting that mounted to the ceiling. Okay, so I want to change, before I place this, I want to change the type. So I just go to this type selector at the properties. I want to choose which one? Okay, I want to choose M lighting and appliance panel board 480V MLO. Okay, so I just choose this one, and I on the tag on placement because when I put this here, I want the element to have tagging. So I just click here, but it will appear a question mark here because it still don't have a name. So I will activate it and we will go back to the properties box. We can see here that in a general, that is a panel name and we can actually give it a name. So I'm just going to give it a name as LP2, which is stand for lighting panel board 2 because this is the one, so we created 2. Then I create apply, and then we already named it. Okay, I just put it here, and then I want to repeat the same again because I want to put another panel board here. So it's just the same before, system tab, and then the electrical equipment, but this time I want to change the type selector. This time I want to choose, I don't want to choose MLO, I want to choose MCB, which is miniature circuit breaker. So let's see. Okay, I want to choose this one. Just the same, I make sure I on my tag on placement and I place it on a vertical face. So just hover your mouse here, make sure it is mounted, and then just place it. Just the same, just to rename, actually you can just click on the question mark and you actually just name it here also can. So I put the name EM1. Okay, then I make sure it is aligned. Okay, so what happened after we already create the new panel board? How we want to start our circuit? Okay, we go back to our lighting reflected ceiling plan. Okay, this is actually ceiling plan, and this is actually a lighting plan. Basically, they are just the same element here, but different view. Okay, so I want to use it in a lighting plan. Okay, so what I can do now is I can pick first any one of them. Okay, but notice that when I pick one of them, it appear automatically here, create system for power. Okay, I'm going to. Okay, so I'm going to edit circuit because this is actually not complete yet. I just select one. So I'm going to edit circuit, and then notice that here, actually we got add to circuit or remove to circuit because I just pick one just now. So I can add another one, and also, okay, I pick these two. But I'm going to choose connector to power for this emergency lighting. Okay, after we pick all of them, and we already pick them for element to be in one system, but we don't know which panel we want to assign them. So notice here at the panel, it is assigned to none. Hold on. Okay, for a moment. Okay, I'm sorry for the technical problem. Okay, I'm going to continue. Okay, after we already picked this for to be in one system, we want to assign it to the panel board. So here, actually, we can click the pull down arrow, and we can see that this is the one existing, and this LP2 is actually the previous one that we just newly created, and I want to assign that to them, LP2. Okay, so I pick this one, and then I can finish editing circuit. Okay, maybe right now you cannot see what kind of things happening here, but okay, in Revit we do have a project browser that actually helping us to be more organized when we creating our job, we do our task, and we also have a properties that carries all of the information about every single elements that have in Revit. But we actually also have a browser system. So I just right click at the empty spaces here. That's a browser and the system browser. Okay, you can see here, system browser is another we call that organization lah. Okay, they for all disciplines, but for now I want to filter. I don't want to see all discipline here. I just need to see electrical, and then you can see that here there's an electrical. Okay, so here is one LP1, LP2, and PP1. This is the one we just created just now. If you remember here at electrical room, this is the one that we just created just now. And then here is the system of 4 elements, 4 lightings that we connected to the LP2. Okay, I'm going to expand down the circuit. Okay, let's say if I click any one of them, you actually can see they are highlighting because in this circle one, These four elements is actually in circle 1. Okay, so basically this is what happened. They are connecting to this lighting panel board 2 that we just created just now. Okay, so if you see at the properties here, it shows us that the second number is 1. It should be second number 1. So maybe you want to know whether we can change the second number or no, but actually we cannot change the second number. It is automatically assigned. Why we cannot change it? Okay, this is because okay, first we just create the newly panel board, and then we just newly created a system, and then we assign it to them. So it is will be automatically generate as the circuit number 1. So if you want to do a new circuit and then you want to assign to the this panel, it will be numerically added. Okay, as circuit 1, circuit 2, 3, and so on. So let's see another. Okay, let's say I click one of these lighting and let's see which circuit and which panel it is in. So it will be highlighted in our system browser. So you can see that it is in circuit number 8 and in lighting panel board 1. So basically that is how we use system browser to see our electrical circuit system. So basically this is how we're doing adding lighting fixture and electrical device and electrical equipment, also doing the simple electrical circuit system in electrical. Okay, so next we are going to continue with a plumbing. Okay, so for plumbing, I actually already prepared a simple building. Okay, a simple building for us. So this is an empty, simple building. So firstly, just the same like electrical, we are going to put the adding plumbing fixture first. Still the same, we are using the system tab, but this time we will use in the panel plumbing and piping. Okay, so I want to put a water closet or a toilet, so I can just click on plumbing fixture here, and let's see if I select it correct, but it is not correct. I want it to be water closet in this one. Water closet flush bar wall mounted. Okay, so let's see our placement, is it correct or not? So this is placed on a vertical, so it is correct because toilet is mounted to the wall. Okay, so no need to add on placement. I don't want it to be tagged. So I'm just going to put a toilet here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next I'm going to put some lavatories. This one should be okay. And I put one here, here, and here. Okay, just a little recommendation. Actually, when we are doing a plumbing system, we are creating a plumbing system, it is very recommended, and it is a very good idea to do it in a various views. So I suggest if you do it, we first can do it in our plan view, and then we also see it in a 3D view, and as well as we can open our elevation view. Okay, we can see it like this. Okay, so after before that I want to align them to be a more neat, so I just going to use my align tools here. I'm going to make it align with okay. All right, so after I already put the plumbing fixture, let's see how we can manually draw pipe from the connector. Okay, so this one actually we will do it in a multiple view. Let's say I click on one of the plumbing fixture. You actually can see this. This is actually a connector. Okay, I want to draw it using an elevation view. So I see here. Okay, basically when you want to draw pipe from the plumbing fixture, you can just go to the system tab and then go to the plumbing and piping panel. You can just click pipe and then you can just manually draw. But to draw it, you need to carefully hover your mouse until it is snapped to the connector. So this is the midpoint, this is the end point. Okay, it will show you like this. Okay, the round pink and staying point connector. So that is true, that is the connector. It will be like this. And another way to create a pipe, okay, this is much easier way. We just click to activate it and it will show the connectors. Okay, you just hover your mouse at the point and then you right click it. Okay, you can see here, draw pipe. Okay, so you can just draw pipe. So this one is much better actually because they will automatically give you the right size for you. Okay, so I'm just going to click 1, 2, and 3. Okay, just as easy like that. When you want to change direction, okay, piping actually they will give you automatically give you an elbow. Let's see it in the 3D. Okay, this is what we did just now. It will be like this. Okay, how about the lavatories? Actually, just the same thing with the lavatories. You just click it. You can see that there's a 2 connectors, right? So you can also draw pipe from here. And then you can go to the system tab, and then to the plumbing piping panel. Yeah, I want to put a pipe fitting. Okay, so when I take pipe fitting, it's actually showing me a plan view. So you just need to hover your mouse, but make sure it is snapped to the end of the pipe just now. Just like this, and then I click OK. Then I click escape to deactivate the command. Okay. Then just the same process, I can draw pipe again like this and up. Okay, let's say if you want to modify or you want to add the direction, actually you can just click at the elbow. You can actually change right from here. Okay, you can see that there is a plus sign here. Okay, if I click that one, you will change the elbow to be the T elbow. Okay, so you can just draw pipe again and then to below. Okay, let's see how it is going in 3D. Okay, like this. Maybe you cannot see, so I'm going to change it to be a consistent color like this. Okay, so this is what happening. I just draw pipe and then I put the joint and then I put it up and we can modify the elbow to be T and then we can draw it downwards. Okay, next I go to south elevation again. Click this one and you see another connector here. Okay, this one is actually the sanitary one. So here when we click and we want to draw pipe, it will pop up a dialog bar saying you to select to choose the connector because here is actually got 2 connector which is cold and hot. So actually if we see it from plan view and I click the same lavatory just now, we do have both sides, but I want to draw it in elevation view so it is kind of overlap there, but it's okay. In Revit it tells you which one you want to do first. So I want to do the cold water first and I just click OK. And then I'm just going up. Okay, then I want to repeat again. Okay, But this time, there's no pop-up saying what you need to choose because all the connectors already occupied. This one already occupied by sanitary, this one already occupied by the cold water before, and then we do the hot one. Okay, so we go back to our 3D. You can see that the sanitary is actually in green, then the cold one is in blue, and the hot is in red. Okay, so this is how actually if you want to draw it manually. Okay, what if we want to do it maybe automatically, or we have like a lot of water closet, we have a lot of lavatories, we have, so we don't want to do it manually, we want to generate automatically. So what we can do here is we open again our plumbing plan. We will generate an automatic layout here. So before that, I'm going to copy all of this to the next this empty toilet. So I'm just got a window selection here, but I'm going to filter to make sure I did pick the right thing. So plumbing fixture total is 5, correct? And in Revit, you can just copy just as usual or array, but this time I want to use mirror draw axis to help me in my drawing process. So I just going to draw in the midpoint here. Okay, just going here. Okay, so I already copied it. We do have 6 toilets and 4 lavatories right now. So while still selecting them and keep them active, you actually can see that here pop out a create system for piping. So we can just click at it to start to do the generate automatic layout. So I click this piping. It actually saying system type is sanitary. Remember the sanitary, the green one, right? Okay, so we can do our own name. We can choose our own name. So I'm thinking of, right now we are doing plumbing at a first floor. So I'm going to put the name first floor sanitary. Okay, so here I want to tick the open in system editor because I want to use the system editor. So what is the function of system editor? Okay, we will see it later. So I just click okay. Okay, so here is the editing for piping. So you can see that we can add or we can remove, but I don't want to remove. I want to add because this thing is not selected yet. So I'm just going to make a window selection here so that I want to make sure all of them are in one system. So after I already select all of them, okay, then I can just click finish editing system. Okay, but what happened, we can't see anything, right? Okay, that is true. We did not do the generate layout yet. We just create them to be in a one system. So how to do the generate layout? Actually, all of them is in one system. So you can just click any of them. It's just the same. Okay, so let's say I click this one. You can see that it popping up generate layout up here. Okay, generate layout. Actually, just the same. Just totally just the same because they are in all one system. So I click that generate layout. Okay, so here you can see that a thin line here that representing your piping layout. So this is not the only solution that they give you. If you see here, it actually gives you kind of 5 choices of solutions. So I go through one by one. We can see that a lot of solution here. Okay, so we can just choose anything that we think is the best. But before finish the layout, I want to place the base. Okay, place the base. this is actually very important when we do the piping system, because place a base in a system, we can establish a source or an outlet for our plumbing system. So here actually I already do the detail lines as a guideline. So I'm just going to snap here or here. Okay, here. Okay. Noted that I put this base is actually just the same level with all of them, but I don't want to make them. I don't want this base is the same level. I want it to go downwards. So what I can do right now is at the offset, I need to put a value so that they go down. So remember to put negative in front indicating it is going down. So I will put 1 to 2. Oh, for the diameter, I don't want to change it. I don't want to change it. So you can see actually from the generating layout, the base that I placed just now are also connecting automatically to the layout. So I don't want this layout actually. Let's see if we can choose another layout. Okay, I think this one is the best. So, okay, here is the setting. Let's see. Okay, this is the setting that actually you can change the pipe type, you can change the offset. And here, actually just show to tell you, the blue one is actually the main and the green is actually the branch. But in this pipe conversion setting, actually I don't want to do any changes, so I'm just going to cancel it. So this is the layout I finalized, I want. So I just can finish the layout. Okay, so from the thin line that representing the routing just now, right now, they give you a real piping, okay? Let's see it in a 3D. Okay, so this is what I mentioned earlier about placing a base and make it an elevation to be negative, because I want the base to go downward, not just in the same level. Okay, so how to know we actually did create a system? Okay, well, you just hover your mouse and you can hit the tab keyboard actually. You can just tick like this and then you click. So when you can make it all of this blue and selected, that means your system is correct. All of your connectors is correctly connected. So here you can see at the properties box. Okay, at the system type, it's showing the sanitary, and the system name is the first floor sanitary that I just made just now, that I renamed just now. Okay, so let's say if we already generated but we want to modify it, is it can? Or of course we can modify it even if it's already done. So let's say I want to remove this and I want to remove this. I just want to move it a bit inside. Okay, so I'm just going to use the trim tools to make them connected, and this one I just want to extend it. Okay, so what happened here when I click again? Okay, this is totally isolated. This is going to be not in the system anymore. Okay, because here we are going to create a new system together, which is cold and hot domestic water. So back to 3D plumbing. Okay, back to our floor plan. Okay, we already do the automatic layout. We already generate an automatic layout for this toilet. So right now we want to do the generate automatic layout for these lavatories for hot and also for cold. So what we need to do is actually just the same like we did here. Okay, maybe you want to know whether we can still modify it. Actually here, if you want to change size, also can. Okay, let's say if you want to change size here. Okay, right now the diameter is 100. So let's say if you want to reduce it by 20, it's actually can. Revit is just flexible like that. You can change it anytime. So if you want to create, you already cut, but you want to create another, also can. Okay, just like I did earlier. You also can add up a new one. Okay, so when we create a piping, we draw a pipe in a floor plan, it is actually just in the same level. So let's say if I want to stop here and then I want it to go down, okay, I actually can just change the middle elevation just like I did earlier, 1220, and then I can apply. Okay, let's see at the 3D. Okay, so this is what happened. You're drawing it in one level and then you go down. Okay, back to our floor plan. Okay, right now we want to do the piping for the lavatories. So you can see that it is appear here for domestic hot water and domestic cold water. Okay, noted here that there is no sanitary choices because we already do that. So we can do the hot water first and open it in system editor and okay. So right now I just want to add this 1, 2, 3, 4 to be in the same system, and I can just finish editing system. Okay, just the same step. Okay, click any of them and generate layout. And then here, actually you need to pick the domestic hot water because we just do the hot water just now. Okay, so just click OK, and this is the layout that you give. There's a 3 solutions, so I just click finish layout for the hot. So it will generate like this. We can just do again for the cold. Okay, so here actually there's no sanitary, there is no hot, there is just cold. There is the only connector that left. So okay, just pick and finish editing system. Again, I pick another one and generate layout. And I pick code and okay. So just finish layout and we can see in 3D plumbing. So basically, and generally this is how we can do the plumbing design system in Revit. It is actually quite easy and quite straightforward rather than if you want to do manually one by one like this. So if you want to see where is this system, how you want to organize the system, because when you do your job, of course this thing is going to be very a lot. So just the same, you can have open our system browser. Okay, so here we can filter it to piping. And you can see here that domestic water, sanitary, is divided like this. So let's say I click this one, it will show the system. Same goes to here, it will show here. So what happened? Here is, if we will delete here, then it will delete it here too. It is auto. So basically this is how we doing the plumbing and also electrical system design. So I think that's all. So okay. So I will go to Acad system website. Okay, for now. Okay. This is Acad system website actually. If you go to our website acadsystem.com, you actually can see our calendar of events here. Okay, for example, like today, okay, you can choose to view as list or month, but I prefer it more preferred to be released. So this is actually our webinar today, and also our upcoming webinar too. You can see here of our upcoming event, and if you are interested to enroll prior to the event, you can just click on any of them. And then it will appear the details, the organizer, and the venue. Noted that actually Acad system have two. The first is our HQ at KL, and the other one is at Penang, okay, our branch. So this is the example if you want to enroll yourself. So you can just confirm your reservation. You also can open our Facebook here, Acad system. Also the same. Okay, also the same. You can see. We can see our upcoming event here. And for today webinar, we will upload later because this is kind of a technical problem just now. I am really sorry. Deepest apologize from me. Okay, but later we will upload it a full video in our Facebook. So okay, let's say if you guys have like another requirement, or you have a special topic that you want us to cover, you want us to do the hands-on workshop, you can just request here. Okay, here just scroll down, and here is Autodesk workshop request. You can just put your name, your company, your email, and your phone, and you can choose whatever topic that you are interested in. Okay, so you can just submit that to us, and we will do our best to get back to you. Okay, so okay, I think okay. So thank you very much for watching today's webinar. Okay, I think it is. And I will end our webinar session here. So thank you very much, and have a nice weekend. Thank you.